Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading, and this is Dee Fernandez, your tarot reader, your psychic, your astrologer, and your past life regression practitioner. Let's see what we have here, and today we have these various oracle decks. As we do, let's see what we got for you, and take what works and leave the remainder out, please. We have freedom. All right, freedom, right? There's a full moon there. Interesting. Yeah, we just had the Aquarius full moon just a few days ago, right? But this full moons are about endings, and endings are also about new beginnings. But the focus is really endings with a full moon. It can be that also we have revelations, right? Kind of like sometimes unconscious patterns are shown to us about ourselves. And that's what I mean by revelation. And full moons are sometimes a time of chaos. It depends. But this freedom card is about spiritual freedom, most likely. I mean, sometimes it's physical freedom where somebody really got their... and usually when you have physical freedom, you already have spiritual freedom. You usually do, or you're getting it right when you get the physical. Now, as for the spiritual freedom, there may not be any physical freedom at all. It could just be that somebody is free from fears or past patterns that they kept doing, practicing, and things like that. This is spiritual freedom. And yeah, let's see what they say about that card, Sagittarius. Yeah. And this is, yeah, and it says, this is exposing flaws, weaknesses, and blockages, and provides support when facing them. Yeah, this is about, fears and weaknesses and things like that. True freedom requires intense shadow work. Face your deepest fears. Feel your hardest, scariest, most shameful emotions. Only through recognizing and naming them can you finally deal with them and be free of them. Do not go alone into the shadows of your soul. Yeah, wow. I am ready to face my worst fears. That's what the affirmation was. A part of it. Let's get another card. Yeah, something does end here for sure. Somebody puts an end to something. We have the Strength card with it. That's about courage. It's about self-mastery. And, once somebody has spiritual freedom, that leads you into courage. Or maybe you've already had the courage, but they're both supporting one another. Could be like which came first, the chicken or the egg. And with the Strength card, this is eliminating self-destructive tendencies. That's what I mean by mastery, self-mastery. This is somebody did a lot of shadow work here, and this also encourages prosperity and provides protection. This is about grounding, strength. Yeah. Yeah, see, to be truly strong, you must first master yourself. All right, so somebody wasn't here. No, they weren't. And yeah, they took a new class, and they have a new attitude here. And we have transformation. Yeah, you see, big changes here. And here's the woman with her giant amethyst. We have one over here. We do. Let's have a look at that card and see what they may say. Brings awareness and light. Okay, this is the like a rock, I believe, mullein, right? And amethyst aids in transformation. This is about somebody understanding their higher purpose. It is time to gain a fuller understanding of your soul's purpose, and that will require transformation, a rearranging of your worldview, practices that bring your actions in line with your ideals. Reach for and embrace your highest vision of yourself. I have a higher vision for myself. That is the affirmation here. Let's see, something's going on here big time. Let's get a couple of these cards. And we have the trampoline here, and this is the Six of Swords. And we have the Gandhi card. That's the Hermit in this deck. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And yeah, that's interesting here. Let's see what we got here. I feel like that. I can't tell if it's reversed or not. Oh, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what these cards are about. This Six of Swords, there's a huge change here, right? We already know that's a transition, right? When we look at the Six of Swords deck, yeah, and all right. Let's have a look at that real quick, you guys. And this is Six of Swords. New events, publication. These are swords, right? Swords can talk about publication, publishing, and fame. If you want to make your dream come true, don't take any chances, but think things over calmly. It's about prudence. It's kind of about, take it slow a little bit, right? And this is about something brand new where somebody is taking it slow. And we know there's something brand new here because we have transformation. We have the spiritual freedom card, right? And let's look at Gandhi. There he is, the hermit in this particular deck. And here it is, concentration. Focus all your possible attention, energy, and concentration on your dream. In this way, you'll be able to encompass its constructive vibration in yours. Yeah, somebody has a dream here, and their higher purpose or their life purpose has changed. Yes, it has. And we have the wheel here, and the wheel of life is what they call this. Evaluate yourself on each aspect indicated by the wheel on a scale of 1 to 10. Each aspect, not each aspected. Health, money, love, work, leisure, spirituality, etc. You'll be able to understand your shortcomings, what you would like, and where personal dissatisfaction lies. That's what happened in this reading. Somebody took a good look at their life and said, this isn't what I want for myself. There's a change here. There's an awakening, most likely, with this freedom and this transformation. And somebody worked on their shadow side. Let's not forget that. Yeah, we can't let them get away so easy, right, Sagittarius? No, I'm just teasing. But that's a great thing. Shadow work, transformation, and somebody's really reaching for a dream that they want. This is a success story thus far. It is. Let's get into it. We'll use the Witch deck today. If you guys want to get a psychic reading with me, a tarot reading, a past life session, super cool. Check out the description box below. And with the psychic and the tarot readings, I always check for accuracies, you guys. Yeah. And they are. Yeah, if you don't understand somebody, you don't know somebody, get a psychic reading with the cards at the end. So you have the best of both worlds. If you need your own insight, I'm also a life coach. And I help you come up with your own kind of, like, you find the answer. I just kind of help guide you there, sort of, if you are seeking insight. Yeah, that can happen. And if it is for you and you kind of have a question about what to do, Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and you can get a past life. Everything is in the description box. And my readings are lots of fun, you guys. Yeah, they are. And you choose the formatting: live video calls or recordings or both. Yeah. Bottom of this deck is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about high self-esteem, because this is really based on the second house, which is ruled by Taurus and Venus, right? It's Venus. But it is Taurus's house, the second house, the natural house of Taurus, right? And so this is about values. The Pentacles mean money or values. So she values herself, and this is why she's happy and most likely doing well. She's dressed very nice, and she's reading a book here. This is about high self-esteem and self-sufficiency, being able to take care of yourself well. It can be, when we say self-sufficiency, it can mean it can mean like you're single, like you're no longer with anybody else. The Nine of Pentacles, the nines are always somebody who is alone, usually. Or, if there's Nine of Cups, sometimes there's a guy in there. Sometimes. But he is not part of the tarot. He's not really part of the psychology of the card. No, he's not. So nines are about one person. And somebody's doing well here. because of the self-mastery and this shadow work. That's what's going on in this reading. Yeah, let's start here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and she has her typical witch outfit on. She does. Little striped socks, right? Kind of like pirates wear. Or some of them do. They wear striped shirts. Yeah, they do. And yeah, that's the archetype, right? And here we have 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. See, these are completions and endings. The Towers here. Wow, this is an interesting reading. Okay, so Sagittarius, we start here with the Wheel of Fortune. That is the wheel of life. You spin the wheel and see what happens, right? And life's not really that simple, but in a way it is. You're supposed to trust in the divine and do the best you can and be a good person. I mean, there's a little more to it, but it's really that, right? It's really believe in yourself and be kind to others as well. And this is like that's like self-mastery there, really. And spin the wheel and see how it goes, right? Now, and then here in the Tower is here in the challenge. And this witch has brought this tower down by herself, right? She waved her magic wand, and that's what she did. And it came tumbling down. In other words, if something's over, something's been destroyed. And I feel like something's been destroyed here because of somebody's understanding of themselves, and they were not happy with wherever they were. No, because spiritual freedom, once you have that, then you were not happy. Whenever you didn't have it, when you first got it, that's how you know you weren't happy. For sure. And you could ask yourself, well, how come people don't know if they're happy? Some people don't know. They just don't. They seem to have everything they ever wanted, and they go, something's missing. Yeah, that is your recognition of your divinity, really. Yeah, so let's do this, you guys. Let's continue here. It's about becoming your true self and really reaching for what you want and not settling for less. This is the North Node. That has to do with the past life readings too. Yeah, it does. So the Tower's here, and why it's all happening is the King of Swords. So he made a huge decision, and how do we know if it's huge? He has a huge sword there, right? Yeah. It's at least 4 feet long, it looks like. And so here he is, this big, tall king, and here's his book of laws, right? And let's get a card on the Tower. So somebody wants to spin the wheel. They want to change in their life, and they had to destroy something here because they made a decision to do that. Yeah, and this is very conditional, the Tower. In other words, the reason why they broke something or destroyed something, rather, or let something end, maybe, let it crumble, is because they want a new life, right? But this is definitely conditional on something else. Knight of Pentacles, rather. And somebody had a powerful realization in this reading. That's what spiritual freedom is, right? And 5 of Swords, we see these 3 witches here. Where's the other 2 at? I guess they're counting cats. I'm not sure, but these three witches here are all, over the cauldron, and here's the spell book. But there's only one who is kind of happy with what she sees, right? These swords are flipping up. They're kind of being blown up by this cauldron kind of smoke, if you will. And one of them's crying and one of them's upset. And the other one says, no, you can't see the value in this. She's like, what? And she's happy and she's paying attention to it while the other ones are just crumbling. Yeah, like, oh, what's happening? Oh, all that kind of stuff. This is external to you, Sagittarius. And here we have the 8 of Wands, and that is in the reverse. It is. That's it. So the 8 of Wands can be reversed. Too many obligations, blockages. And this is external to you. So this person had some type of a blockage in seeing how important you were, or in coming to be with you, Sagittarius, or staying with you. Either one. I don't know your exact, status with this person, but they had blockages, it looks like. Maybe you did, right? Just depends. But these blockages um, are about, these blockages led to, after the spiritual healing and spiritual freedom and transformation and self-mastery with the strength card. After that, somebody realizes that, you know what, I got to let something go. And that's what this woman, this witch, is realizing. The other two are just going, oh, so it's over, and they're just upset. But she knows that this ending is necessary. This witch over here, yeah, she's not getting all, she's controlling her emotions. Yes, she is. Knight of Swords is how somebody sees themselves, and he's like hell-bent to getting what he wants, right? He's got his sword out, he's on his broom. He's also a witch. They're all witches. He's got a cape, this one. And, this is kind of cute young guy. But all these birds are with him, and they are there to, like, help. I can't tell if they're helping him. I feel like they're not. I feel like they're trying to stop him. Yeah, here is this feather falling out, and feathers are falling out here all over. That's because he's like, you better move out of the way, or I will, I got my sword here, right? And the cats are there. There's one cat, his favorite, on the back of the broomstick going, oh my God, what's going on? So there's, many birds there. This is like somebody who is super determined to make this happen for themselves. They're like, nothing will stop me except an act of God. That's it. And the Queen of Wands is reversed, Sagittarius. So unless I flip these cards, let's have a look. And yes, I did flip the card. So you're in the upright. Good for you. I have a bad habit over here doing that, right? But this Queen of Wands, this person is coming so determined, or their behavior is changing, and they are so determined to make their dreams come true in love with you, Sagittarius. That's what this is about. Yeah, and it's interesting how we have the Wheel of Fortune twice here. So they're taking a chance. Yeah, they are. And the Wheel of Fortune is always about a higher vision because it's ruled by Sagittarius, and this is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion. Yeah. And growth. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune, choose, turn the wheel and see what happens, take a chance. But you can't expand in your life without taking any chance. You can't grow. So that's where the connection is. Ten of Cups sitting here with the Death card. And that is in the past. So here is maybe a death to, this could be a divorce for somebody. It could. Yeah, it definitely could. Maybe it's this earth sign here. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Another Sag, King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And we have the Strength card, and that can be Leo. Yeah. Yeah, and this is Scorpio with this Death card, in case I didn't say that. Queen of Wands is here. Could be Aries, Leo, or Sag, right? And the Ten of Swords, but there was something here. There was either a family in the past, or somebody realized here that you are family to them, and this is the transformation they're making in order to be available to you. Ten of Swords now with the Ace of Cups. This is definitely endings and new beginnings, right? And here's this witch, and he's been, he has 10 swords in him. His black cat is, he has the humpback, and he's hissing at the man who has put all these swords in his back. And yeah, it's real interesting here. But something ends here, and the way he is reaching for the broom really means that, you know what, I'm dealing with an ending here, but I still have things to do in my life. And that's what this Ace of Cups is about, right? And so Four of Cups is in the environment. This is a boredom, and this is like he's majorly bored or disappointed or sad, but he's being served this chalice. He's already had 3 of them, so he doesn't even want the chalice. He's already had enough to drink here. But this is about a rejection, like and boredom, basically, or somebody this person was probably in a relationship or in something. Maybe it's you, though, Sagittarius, in some situation which was really boring, because this person is reaching, or you are, for your higher purpose, and that is not this Four of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords reversed. So, the fours are about stability or creating some type of balance, right? Stability, security, balance. But this Four of Swords is reversed here. It's usually restlessness when it is reversed right here. I feel like somebody, but this can also be where somebody was meditating here or dreaming about you or praying. There could be prayer in this reading because there just could be where somebody's like, well, I hope this really turns out for me. Because remember, the first card is the wheel, where somebody turns the wheel here and takes a chance on their life. That's what they're doing here. And they let something go that was important. Here's the Ten of Cups here, Ten of Swords here. So something important ends here. It's not just, hey, I'm done with this 3-month relationship, or, or hey, I've been working at what's her face for, what's her face for 6 months, what's her face, and I'm done over there, right? It's not that. It's more of something more important, more profound. And the Three of Pentacles is the hopes and fears, and these three people are together, and they are painting these pentacles. They're in a church. Looks like a church, here, the arch, but they're witches. Maybe they're not in the church, right? I'm not really sure, right? They're good witches, though, right? So, But anyway, they're painting, and they're all collaborating together. Yeah, they are. And they're going, hey, that's looking good, right, to each other. It shows up with the Two of Pentacles. This person wants to know, or somebody's curious here, if this will work out, if they can manifest a new beginning with you, or you might be wondering this yourself. Right? Yeah. And here we have the Strength card, and this is Leo. It is. We're still in Leo season for a little while here, right? And we can say this is the season of courage. We can. It's also the season of fun and, hobbies, recreational activities, vacations, romance. It's just fun. It's also the season of the sun. So we haven't had that much here. Seriously, it's been a cold summer. Yeah, but August is typically hot, at least in the northern hemisphere, right? In most places. But here we have the Strength card, and now we have the Seven of Swords with it. And she is here with her lion, of course, as she always is. And the Seven of Swords, this is about major assessment in this reading. There's a lot of assessment going on with the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, reversed or not. There's a lot of kind of thinking here. Even when we start the reading, I'm spinning the wheel. I wonder if it's going to happen. The King of Swords is here. He's always analyzing because he's intelligent, right? He might be an overthinker, though. He could. Somebody might be an overthinker in this reading because it's very deep, right? But that's just a kind of a guess, or, that's not really here in the cards. But the King of Swords can be known to be an overthinker. He could be Gemini or Virgo, especially Gemini, overthinking, especially Virgo. They're both ruled by Mercury, right? Seven of Swords, we'll get another card with the Sun. So a lot of Leo energy here, but, I feel like it's what's happening now in this Leo season. And now, this is, I feel like somebody's bringing you some news here. He has the red flag, bringing you news, Sagittarius, that they have experienced some type of an ending in their life, and it has everything to do with you guys. Yeah, moving forward at least. Yeah. So if you guys want to get a reading with me, check out the description box. They are lots of fun. They don't have to be romantic, you guys. No, they don't. And please like, share, and subscribe. It really does helps me to keep these videos coming your way with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to know about my notifications, check off the little bell there. Thanks so much, guys.